Dear students, today I am going to explain you one topic in chemistry, that is characteristics of anions. An anion contains more electrons than its parent atom. This is because an anion is formed by the gain of one or more electrons in the valence shell of an atom. For example, sulfide ion is an anion which contains 18 electrons, whereas its parent atom, sulfur, contains 16 electrons. As its atomic number is 16 and number of proton equals to number of electron in an atom. Second characteristic is an anion is negatively charged. An atom is neutral because it contains equal numbers of protons and electrons. But in an anion, the number of electrons exceeds the number of protons. Hence, the anion becomes negatively charged. Let us consider an atom of nitrogen and its anion, the nitride ion. Nitrogen, after gaining 3 electrons, it becomes nitride ion. So its valency becomes 3. So, before gaining 3 electrons, nitrogen atom number of protons 7, number of electrons 7, and therefore we find total positive charge equals to total negative charge. Because proton is positively charged, electron is negatively charged, and after gaining 3 electrons, it is converted into nitride ion, and then number of protons is 7, number of electrons becomes 10. So we find total positive charge is less than total negative charge. Third characteristic of an anion is the atomic number of the atom does not change in the formation of the anion. This is because the number of protons in the nuclei of both the anion and its parent atom remains the same. Since the atomic number is determined by the number of protons in the nucleus, hence the atomic numbers of the anion and its parent atom are the same. The fourth point of the characteristic of an anion is the electronic configuration of an anion is the same as its nearest noble gas. For example, the electronic configuration of fluoride ion is the same as its nearest noble gas, neon. So fluoride ion electronic configuration is 2H, whereas neon, the noble gas, which is same as fluoride ion's electronic configuration 2H. So both have the same electronic configuration 2H. Now the fifth characteristic of an anion is an anion is bigger in size than its parent atom. In a neutral atom, the number of protons is equal to the number of electrons. Hence, the protons can pull the electrons towards the nucleus effectively. When an anion is formed, one or more electrons are added to the valence shell of the atom. The effective nuclear charge is thus reduced, and hence the electron cloud expands. Thus, the anion is bigger than the corresponding atom. For example, a phosphorus atom contains 15 protons and 15 electrons. In this atom, the protons can pull the electrons towards the nucleus effectively. In the phosphide ion, there are 15 protons and 18 electrons. Now, the protons cannot pull the greater number of 18 electrons effectively. Hence, the electron cloud of a phosphide ion expands and the phosphide ion becomes bigger in size. The sixth characteristic of an anion is the properties of an anion are different from those of the corresponding atom from which the anion is formed. For example, the properties of carbide ion are entirely different from those of the carbon atom. Carbon atom reacts vigorously with calcium forming calcium carbide, but carbide ion does not react with calcium. Okay? Thank you. If you like, please share and subscribe.